I don't know, myth or, bullshit or truth. You make up your own mind. Alright.
Me and you got there at about, I don't know, 2 or something like that. Because we're not under the false impression that we're going to be picking up any women. We're smart enough to know. Let's get some sleep. You can't fuck digits, Adam. So anyway, we're home and we were sleeping in the lounge room on 2 little fold-out beds.
All right. Well, I think I returned the first to the hotel room that evening. Nick wasn't soon behind me, and we were in bed pretty early. But I wouldn't say we had much of a sleep because out of the hotel there were 6 guys. Every one of them chose to roll up separately, and every one of them chose to wake me up to let them into the hotel.
Yeah, it was on our last night, and as always, we went out with all the boys. We went out drinking for a few hours, and then slowly, one by one, the boys all went home. And I think at the end of the night, it was me and Ungas just chilling. And I can't really say chilling, but I drank a fucking lot. Had Citrus all night, tequila, shots of straight bourbon all night, 2 at a time, all that sort of shit.
And I can't recall what time Adam got home, but I was under the impression that I let him in, and then I thought he went to bed, but it's quite possible that I might have let him in and then fallen asleep myself, and he could have been doing his own thing without waking me in the hotel room.
I think we were asleep. I heard what sounded like water being poured on carpet. And at 3 in the morning, that's a little strange, or whatever time it was. So I popped my head up, and there was Adam pissing all over the place. Obviously, he was a little bit drunk, wouldn't you say?
Well, the last thing I remember is I went out to the balcony and I had my pyjamas on. I went out to the balcony just to sit down there and admire the view from the balcony, and that's the last thing that I recall. Okay then, right here, this is the icebreaker for all the people watching this DVD. The alleged, what Ben and Nick say allegedly happened is that I was standing in the lounge room and I pulled down my shorts and I started peeing on the carpet. And then allegedly Nick heard this and he woke up because he was sleeping on the little fold-out bed a couple of metres away, and he yelled at me, "Adam, what the fuck are you doing?" And allegedly then I stumbled out to the balcony and peed off the balcony.
He was pissing on the carpet, on the coffee table, all over his bag, his wallet, and Ben's new Warcraft booklet, which didn't hamper Ben in any way from a lot of playing. I screamed, "Daniel, what are you doing?" And he slowly just walked, while peeing, mind you, peeing the whole time. There was a steady stream as he kept walking out the door. He didn't even say anything. He registered what was going on. He just slowly walked out the door, kept pissing the whole time until he reached the balcony, and then he was going over the end of the balcony.
I think I was woken up originally by Nick's screams, but as soon as I woke up with a sort of a recollection, and the recollection was just a sound, and that sound was a trickling of water, alright? So Nick's screams of, "Adam, what the hell are you doing?" woke me up. Now I was in one of those bunk beds where I suppose laying down, and behind my head was where the offence was allegedly taking place. So in order for me to look, I had to sort of get up and have a look, if you can imagine looking over the couch here. And he was making his way towards the balcony, and as he was walking, first of all, it was a slow sort of waddle, and he was waddling a little bit side to side as he made his way towards the door. Now, from my view, I wasn't able to see from the waist down, but I can tell you what it looked like, and if it didn't look like someone taking a piss, then I don't know what does.
And that was it for the peeing, but allegedly, after that, I went back inside, washed my hands, I think Nick says I allegedly cleaned the carpet with a bit of with a towel or something.
Yeah, it must have been. I put my head back down and we heard a bit of noise in the bathroom there. Adam was washing up, and as Adam said, Ben pulled out the classic. At least he washes his hands, which I think is quite considerate of him. Because although the hotel isn't going to do too well, at least we don't have to put up with some handheld germs there. So that was very nice of him.
So yeah, so it is possible that when I was unconscious, passed out, whatever you want to call it, or sleepwalking, whatever you want to call it, I possibly could have peed all over the carpet.
We hadn't had anything to drink that night, so there was no clouding our judgments. We know what we saw. He was pissing.
Look, the guy,
Horrific was the act.
he's a liar. That's all really there is to it. He knows what he did. You know what he did. Brendan knows what he did. Psycho was asleep or banging some girl on the beach, and he know what happened. Everyone know what happened, including Adam. It's just unfortunate that he's not able to admit to such an act. But at the end of the day, the legend rings true. And another 20 years from now, it'll turn into a massive turd that he dropped on the carpet if the legend grows any bigger. But it doesn't need to, because it was one hell of a story.
Ben, I can't call them fond memories because I have no fucking recollection of what happened at all. I got no memory of pain over it. Hey, but if I did, fuck, power to me, because that's pretty funny.